Okay, monitor recording. Let me get this thing ready. Okay. You can see the screen?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, Rumble. And it looks like that might be a Maokai jungle, Maokai mid. Alright, that doesn't matter. Top lane Rumble usually gets, items are pretty dependent. Um, I see that you have Biscuit. So the thing with Rumble is that he doesn't run the utility tree. You'd rather get points into the defensive tree because you need to stay sustained in the top lane. So
Yeah,
21-9. Yeah,
yeah, that was an accident.
yeah. Okay. Keep watch of the jungle in case they invade. Just scout around it. The best place to hide is that bush or in the upper bush. You never know if like one or two people are gonna come out through the opposite end up there. So there you go. Good. And when that happens, the best option is to ward because you don't want to get like you never know if he's bringing company along with him. So
Mm.
scouting like this is fine. Now he likely knows that it's warded, so the best thing to do is just uh, keep your distance because if you commit too much, you're gonna be in trouble. Now, in terms of skills, usually you don't want to level up anything on Rumble right away because leveling up W means that you're not gonna be able to hit level 2 as soon as the opposing top laner, which is probably going to be Rumble. I mean, not Rumble, Maokai. And Maokai's, if they ran teleport, I think he's running Ignite. So because he's running Ignite, it means that he's not doing the level 2 teleport strat. So this makes it easier on your end. All you have to do is you're supposed to get Flame, the Q, and you can hit level 2 first with that simply because you push faster than him because you're hitting all 6 minions at the same time, which guarantee that you will kill them faster. So you only need 7 creeps to hit level 2, as we discussed last game, last session. One big thing is you can also use Rumble's passive to your advantage if you start Q because each spell you use generates heat, and then people usually activate their Q to keep their heat level above 50%, which grants you the bonus. So you can outtrade your opponents. Even if minion aggro is on you, you completely outtrade your opponents because you're killing all the minions as well as your minions attacking him. So that's what happens if you start fire first. Yeah, it also makes it easier for you to last it because he's standing on top of them, so you might misclick and click him rather than click the target. Now, level 2, normally you would start, if you started Q, you would have grabbed E or W, it doesn't matter. Normally I would grab W because it wins you trades, so you would have the skill combination of W and Q. E is fine, just don't spam too much because in the case that you do get ganked, you want to save 2 of them just to slow the ganker down. It's kind of hard to slow Maokai down when he can just point and click and instantly snare you because there's no way to prevent that from happening once he's set his sights on you. He's pretty much got you as long as he's
Mm.
within range. So now that you're level 3 though, you have access to all your abilities, which you can start harassing him. You do have the minion disadvantage, however, your minion wave is coming up, so you can win the trade. Right there, if you actually press W, I actually recommend you press W there because you want to mitigate his damage. Here, this is where you got to be careful. See, you didn't kill that minion right there. It lived with like a sliver of health, and then that's gonna cause you to lose the wave in your favor. So now what you have to do is you got to push it back, and now you're overheated. Crap. Yeah, it's okay because you're under tower, but like you're gonna lose CS. Okay, never mind. Use your E to last hit if it's necessary. So I didn't warn you about that, but like it's okay to use your E to last hit because you have no resource. You don't have mana, so you can freely use your abilities to last hit. Yeah, don't worry about the harass too much. I mean, he has a lot of oh, he didn't start flash. So he has a decent amount of sustain, but every time you cast a spell, it helps him because all he has to do is auto attack and he heals. So you don't want to harass him too much because if you keep harassing with spells, he can just heal up by auto attacking you. You have no resources, so you're more eligible to throw out spells because you have no reason to like not throw out spells. So the reason you shouldn't throw out spells is because, well, I mean, he can heal. Okay, so
Mhm.
here is where you can win the well, actually, so okay, so here's this thing called attacking the tactic called attacking the mana, which you have to notice because like you're spamming your abilities a lot, so you need to like calm down with that because it doesn't help, it doesn't put the lane in your favor if you keep spamming your abilities because it's even right now. But he's also spamming like okay, this is good actually. So you are harassing him when he tries to last hit the back line. That's when you want to throw out your spells because it's his most vulnerable. He's most vulnerable when that happens. All right. Now here's okay. So Rek'Sai wants to come in for a gank. This is where okay. There's gonna be a flash. You know there's gonna be a flash. Okay. So yeah. Now ignite him. Good. He's dead. Jump. W yourself, and then get back into the lane and get those CS. If he taxes, it's fine. It's no big deal. But oh, she's not gonna tax. Okay. So when Maokai's out of mana, he can't cast spells, and if he tries to last hit while he's low on mana, punish him for it. Throw your E's, throw your Q's, and everything. Don't throw it out when he has higher mana because he can trade back. You know, the way you want to play the lane is you want to play the lane so that he has to keep expending mana in order to CS. Because if you notice, he's throwing out his saplings to CS. He can't just like walk up and auto because you're gonna harass him. That's how you wanna keep playing the lane. You don't wanna keep burning. You don't wanna keep throwing out your fire. While it is fine to throw out your fire constantly as like a form of threat, it's better to save your fire so that when he goes for the last hit, he's most vulnerable. Because if you don't do that, like let's say he's just sitting still in lane and you throw out your fire. By the time your fire runs out, it's on cooldown. When it's on cooldown, you can't cast it, so he can freely go and last it, and he has no he doesn't get punished for it. Whereas if he goes to the back line and starts last hitting, and you burn him for it, not only are you going to, because when you activate the fire, you're gonna like stick on him, right? So that means that each tick of the fire will proc. And earlier I noticed that you only proc like half of the fire stacks. Like you burn him, then you turn around and the fire's still going. You miss like one tick. Then you turn around, you get another tick, but you missed one tick. And then you turn around again and you miss a tick. So overall, instead of getting 4 ticks of damage of fire, you only get 2 out of the 4. And that's not good enough when you're trying to win the trade against Maokai, because Maokai can out tank you in the future. Because yeah, like this, like that. That's what's happening right there. Because you're walking backwards, it makes you lose a tick. So try to when he tries to get a CS, right. Notice how your minions HPs look, and then if it's low enough, just burn. Yeah, like this, burn him. And don't walk back. Don't be afraid. Just burn him. And note that everyone or most top laners, like a large majority of top laners, will look to fight the cannon minion. They want the cannon minion because it gives a shit ton of gold. So burn him, throw slows down him, do whatever you can to like punish him. Either he gets the cannon minion and eats a shit ton of harass, or he misses the cannon minion to save his HP. So he also might have to expend some mana to get it. So you gotta realize that, because it's not just the way you play top lane that matters, but it's the way your opponent plays top lane. Like that's how because you have to think of it as if you were the other player. It's like higher level, or not higher level, next level thinking. So now he wants to trade with you, but like the thing is you have the shield to win your trades. So you don't need nothing is wrong here. So you just keep burning him, and then yeah, this part again. So he's not going for CS. Like the wave is already cleared, so he can freely like do anything he wants. All right, right here he's gonna go for that minion. So that's where I would cast the next fire, but he already got it. So the next minion that's gonna get low is that one, but if he can't like not every single time harass him, like because you can't, like it's not 100% guaranteed that you will get it off. Just harass when you think that like, oh, he's gonna walk up to get it. He has to move and get that shit. All right. Oh, trouble down to the high seas. Equalizer down here would be nice. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Well, they can't go through. Well, Maokai can't go through that. Just go on Maokai. E. Ignite him. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Maokai was out of energy, please. Mana there. The only threat that you had was Lee Sin, so you can just save your flash. I think you could have killed Maokai. Not sure, because the more times you cast spells, the more he heals. But Lee Sin burned a lot of his spells, and he was at like about half energy, I believe. So you gotta check on their resources if anything. Oh god. Okay, good thing you did this. There's nothing wrong. I was wondering why you were walking here. Like, you don't need to ward this, but you're clearing their jungle. So you're clearing your allies' jungle, so that's good. Yeah, so it's just a small tactic because Rumble is really good at punishing champions, and he outscales people really well because of this burn tactic. You pretty much just aim the Q whenever they try to go for CS, and the E isn't really a thing you want to like throw out randomly because like E is very crucial in ganks and escapes because it's a huge slow and you can apply it twice for free even if you're overheated, which is why people apply it when they're overheated because it's smarter. Okay, so he's at half HP, and if Rek'Sai comes first, you can jump in on this one. I would recommend you going right now. Yeah, see, good. And then you get him, easy. Turn on your fire and start walking forward. Now you notice that now he burned flash. Keep that in mind. It's 15:43. Yeah. This is why your timestamps are really important too. You always gotta keep those timestamps on. Sometimes I like ping assist or drop a smart ping like I'm on my way or danger or something like that, just to make sure that I'll just add 5 minutes to that. And that's the timer. Because timing summoner spells is important not only for your jungler but also for you. Because if you have the kill potential and you feel like you want to beat him up with your fire and your equalizer and shit, and you know he has no escape, then you can kill him with your shit because he doesn't have flash. It's called capitalizing. This is fine. I actually recommend you stayed. I'm not sure why you backed up a little. I know you want to back, but like I think you could have just burned all those creeps there because it denies the next wave. Ah, damn. Okay, so Lee Sin's doing work. That's fine. So just take this wave because he's been missing for quite a while. If he doesn't, just like basically you burn the wave until he shows up. There he is. Yeah. So what you could have done right there was I think you could have actually taken the tower without being punished right there. Because you stopping right there, it denies him. But like when you kill the opposing lane of creeps, it means your minions just walk up without getting attacked by their minions. So it's good. Because then they go straight into the tower is basically what I'm trying to say. Oh, those E's. So I know you use your ult to wave clear. Just make sure you get all the CS. Like I don't know if you missed the cannon minion or not, but
I think I got the cannon, but I missed the 2 in front.
yeah, I'm not sure how it works. I can't see it. But other thing is, if you do want to do the harass right there, just it's kind of like what I said with the skill shots. Land your slow before you do the fire because it makes it harder for them to escape the fire. Because if they're out of range of the fire, then they're obviously out of range of the E. So if you land your slow, then it's easier for you to land your other shit. Though the slow is a skill shot, but yeah. It's easier if, like, I don't know, like, let's say Rek'Sai, okay, shield, and then you can trade back. He can't trade with you. He's Maokai. And Maokais naturally just don't trade very well. Like, a good Maokai would beat you up if it dragged on long enough, like if he had AP and stuff, but this Maokai doesn't have the damage necessary to out-trade you. Now, you want to keep that lead, because right now, the longer you stay in lane, the harder it is for you to out-trade him and back. Because now he's starting to heal again. So what I would recommend you do is after the next wave, because the next wave is very critical, you back. I'm pretty sure it's a cannon wave. I can't tell. Yeah, I was right. Because for some, it's like 2 waves past and it's a cannon wave. So get the cannon wave, you back. Rek'Sai wants to come in for a gank. I would drop equalizer right now. Yeah, like right here is the perfect opportunity.
Yeah, I remember I fucked up. But
okay,
then he walked on it for like
and then ignite him and lead. Oh, well, I wouldn't recommend ignite actually. I didn't realize Rek'Sai burst was huge. Make sure you tab to check Rek'Sai burst. If you want to let her tax, just go back. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with letting your jungler tax. And then, yeah. So here's a problem that I see. So when I told you to push the wave, but you chose to recall instead, the best thing to do right there was to push the wave, because if you backed right there, you would have made it in time to get back to the lane, to get back to the middle of the lane. It would have been as if you started it from the laney phase from level 1 again. And that's how you want the lane to be. It goes in your favor, because when Maokai will come back before you come back, because you recalled after pushing the wave, which then means when Maokai comes back, he's going to push, because that's all he can do. He's going to push. And then it'll be at your tower or near your tower. You come back, the minions are in your favor, you reset the lane, everything's stable again. Then Rek'Sai comes, you got to kill. And not only that, but you're also ahead in items. So That's big.
Mm.
But because you recalled earlier instead of actually like killing the minion wave, what happens is if you finished your recall, it would have been okay. Maybe the lane would have been in his favor, and then it would take longer for it to stabilize in your favor again. But because you stopped and went back to push the lane, he comes back, and then you have the obligation to stay in lane. Otherwise, you're gonna fall behind. So you have to you kind of like you did catch. I mean, it's fine because Rek'Sai came and ganked, but if Rek'Sai didn't come, then the lane would have just kept going back and forth like a fucking wet noodle fight, and nothing would have happened, and you would be an item down, because every time Maokai levels up, he has the catalyst gives him HP and mana, so he'll have more resources than you. Because by the time he came back, you're out of potions, you have no your ward is down, etc., and you're out of things to like keep your lane safe. So if someone like Nautilus or Morgana roamed up top, you wouldn't be ready for it. I don't recommend you equalizer here. Okay. Looks like you were like really planning on to like killing that, but there's no reason to. It's all good. Okay. So then the reason why you needed to buy items early is because power spike, magic pen. Because if you tabbed, I believe he was building Ninja Tabby. I'm almost certain he was building Ninja Tabby. I'll have to double check again, but if you press tab to check your opponent's items, then you would know that what kind of boots he was wearing. And if he, let's say he did build Ninja Tabby and you chose to build, oh my god, Haunting Guys. If you built Haunting Guys, that means your damage is like maximized because you pierce through so much of his magic resist. Okay, there is no reason for you to be top. That's great. But Rumbles don't typically run well in the meta. They typically don't run Ignite. Teleport would be the more ideal summoner spell. Because teleporting down to bot lane and getting a really strong equalizer off is like game. It's not just game changing, but oh no, it's game changing. Yeah. Because if the bot lane's losing and then a great equalizer comes, then a bot lane gets a double kill. They get money. They get caught up again and shit. All right, tab. All right. All right, it's fine. Just keep going. Get them. Yes. Keep your allies alive first. Caitlyn died. It was too late. It's fine. Yeah, your flash is fine. Nope. Don't ignore it. Well, this is where your two wards come in handy. You want to ward the left side right there. You need that because Morgana just shot a binding there. You don't know if she's already. You don't know because you were like walking back and forth. You actually don't know if she's in that bush right now. You got the dragon, sure, but like you still don't know if she's right here. Now you do know because she just walked mid. But this bush right here recommended to be warded because you never know if someone's gonna show up and one hit combo you or some shit. It also helps because it like just warding in general helps your team because they can see shit and they know, oh hey, we can totally get this dragon without being contested. Alright, fine. Let's take this wave, and I recommend you get back to top because your top lane is pushing towards you, and you don't want it to get denied really hard. I mean, Rek'Sai's not gonna make it, so nobody's there, and nobody has any obligation to take that mass creep wave, large EXP and gold from you. They do, however, need to take care of that your buffs. This game is definitely in your favor, but like there are like a lot of problems. Mostly is like because there's a reason why this champion is a high skill cap champion and like really easy to tilt and stuff like that is because the equalizers are what change the fight. Equalizers like really matter. If you land a multi-man equalizer, it's kind of hard, and it's kind of good for your team, and vice versa. If you're against the rumble, you just have to wait. You just have to know how to bait it out. Okay, yeah. This is where teleport comes in, but you would have died if you TP'd. It's fine to push, but with like this much gold, I still recommend you should have backed like immediately after this wave. It was already gonna shove in your favor. Okay. Alright, back. No, don't keep going. Your team seems to be in a predicament. This is where you would back, get a power spike, and then head back to your team back down mid. No, I mean, okay, it's okay to draw attention, but Rumble can't 1v1. Like he's not a duelist. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't solo kill people like Jax or Zed or Fiora or Vayne or some shit like that. They don't do that. Dude. No, oh god, he's so slow at split pushing. I would have. I still recommend you would have back. You have a chance to get your Zonias like right now too. I think that's what they build. Yeah, Zonias usually build like right now. Like sure you're getting shit, but like oh my gosh. Yeah, Rek'Sai's up here too. Really? Wow. This game is like completely out of control for them. You're in control, but like you want to keep the control, because Seeker's Arm Guard is fine, or Needless, but I would still recommend Seeker's Arm Guard. Because it builds up as you farm. I mean, you can get both, but like shit. Should have backed a long time ago. a very, very long time ago. Like right after you went, like after you cleared the wave top, that would have been the best option to go back immediately. Because then by the time you get back, the wave is probably in your favor. But you don't have to go back top. You could just group with, you could choose to group with your team because your team seems to want to siege mid really well. So and you're a great siege champion as soon because in tight spots, Rumble ulti wins fights. Now this is the problem. So you're obliged to stay now because you shove so much because in order to answer your shove, they're gonna have to shove back, and they're gonna choose to shove back to this tower. Now, if they chose to fight and they are mechanically gifted or had good decision making, they could win because you're behind if they focused you. Like you're not behind in levels, but you're behind in items. Okay, I'm gonna go take a pause back there real quick. I need to see if he was building Ninja Tabby. Oh my god, that CS. Yeah, he built Ninja Tabby. He's also building Spirit Visage, but he's building the wrong component of Spirit Visage for ZZZ. And then he's building Roa. Like he's building components, but not like full items. And he would have had enough gold to buy full items at this time. Okay, so this is an equalizer looking right here. I can't see anything because it's all lock screen, but it's fine. There's an equalizer like begging to happen right here. This is the part where you need to have a ward. This is where you would have gone back. Like you could have gone back. You could have had your seekers. You could have had a couple wards. And that bush right there, if it were warded, so Caitlyn pings up here, but there were at least two, maybe three people. I know Maokai and Not were right there. She doesn't know where they are, and maybe she's not smart enough to see where they are either. So right now they could be in that bush near the Baron pit, and she can get caught and die. Oh, see there's Lee Sin too, but she's gonna back up, right? Yeah. Okay, Nautilus is gonna get thrown. All right, Maokai goes in, equalizer right here, not straight but down. You're gonna be patient about it. It's fine. They're gonna walk through it anyway. W. Good. Don't fight. Don't auto on Rumble. Don't auto on Rumble. Like you weren't. The thing is, you only auto on Rumble when you're heated, but don't do that. Okay. Oh shit. Yeah. And since you're behind on items, your damage output is very very low compared to what it would have been. I mean, it's okay to clean up and shit, but like it should be much higher. Damn. And then minion manipulation, just from the level 1, you could have won the lane by. Well, the thing is, Maokai sustains. I'm not sure. I'll have to talk about that again. Let's see. Ren killed you. Oh wow, physical damage, and then they surrendered. Wow, 20-minute surrender. It could have gone on their side too, because they actually could have won that fight if they knew. Well, Maokai was fed, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, but because it's all focused on. It's more of you than anything else right now. Okay. So let's talk about skills. So let me see when you decided to level up W. Whoa. Did you level up like right away?
Yeah, it's usually I play Rumble a lot, and so usually I get W so then I could take early poke.
Oh.
So then I could just get CS without really taking damage.
Okay. So I understand your logic behind that, but the thing is, you have to see if the champion actually does do what you're thinking. What you're thinking. For example, can Maokai really poke you down at level 1 with his slow auto attack animation and saplings? Like, it's not there. Champions like, let's say Lyssandra's top. Yeah, I understand if you take it versus Lysandra, but even then, taking Q is just as good because you can burn through her minions faster. Because when you hit level 2 and you actually skill up W, that is much more beneficial for you. Because when you skill up W at level 2, not only can you trade effectively, but you can basically dominate the lane. Because when you Q, right, if all 6 minions are getting hit, the 7th minion is pretty much on the next wave. The 7th minion on the next wave is easier to kill. And then you hit level 2, you get your W or your E, and you just keep shoving the wave in your favor. You don't even have to like it's like you don't even have to play defensively because Rumble's pretty aggressive just in general. Just the pick in general is an aggressive, high skill cap pick. And the thing with his W is that when you pick W, and if they actually know you pick W, they can break you. Like a good person will capitalize. Hey, he has no way to damage me other than his auto attacks and his minions. I can punish him for that. And if I were Renekton, for example, which is basically Rumble's pre-level 9 counter, and I leveled up Q and you didn't level up Q and you leveled up W, I would attack you like constantly, and I would push the wave against me because just like Rumble, I have some way to hit all 6 minions and hit level 2 faster. So I could capitalize on that against you simply because you leveled up W. And that's called being punished for an early mistake. And If Maokai saw that, well, it doesn't matter. It's fucking Maokai. Maokai's like a passive pick. You can't really. I don't really see aggressive Maokais. Like you just team fight with Maokai. It's a team based champion. Because
Mm.
like what the hell can you do on him? Like what? Oh fuck yes, level 2. I'm gonna throw a sapling in your face. Like the fuck, dude. It does no it's no point. Maybe in Earth it does shit, or maybe if you went full AP and shit, it works. But here, no, it doesn't work. So and to top it off, he started Ruby Crystal and 2 health pots. So when he's out of mana, just by what he started, instead of starting Flask or Doran's Ring, which would be either or would be better. Doran's Ring being the standard, he would still be like a threat because with Ruby Crystal he just has more health, but not enough mana to match his health. Because sure he has more health, but when he gets low, he has to keep casting spells, or his opponent has to keep casting spells in order to stay sustained. And then if he's out of mana, he can't last hit because you'd have to like walk up and like auto them, and then you would punish him for that with fire. So let's say right here, I would cast your fire immediately and just walk up to him. Just by walking up to him with the fire is enough. Scaring him off of the CS is okay. Yeah, now he's gonna push. Like he's gonna do it constantly. So right here, notice this minion. Your cannon minion is gonna kill the your cannon minion is gonna die. So first, or his cannon minion is gonna die. First, kill it. Okay, you kill it. Then turn on your fire and walk up to him because now he's gonna try to get that CS as you saw he threw a sapling on it, and then he's gonna get that other CS because the AOE damage from the sapling. So right there would have been perfect opportunity to throw fire, and then you keep walking. This is what I mean by the walking back and missing ticks, because you missed like 2 ticks and you did like no damage with your fire. And while it only does like, I don't know, 12 damage, it's still fucking annoying, you know? Like just burning the fucking tree is pretty annoying. And nobody likes that. Cuz every time he eats damage from you, he has to be like, god damn it, it's so annoying. And then eventually he'll have to pop a pot.
Mm.
And then you whittle down his potions, then he's out of potions. Then he has no mana. What does he have to do? He's got to recall. Then the lane's in your favor. You deny him creeps. You recall. You get more items. You keep repeating the same process. And eventually he realizes, damn, this is annoying as fuck. This lane sucks. I need a gank. Then you buy wards and you play defensively. All because you keep burning the fucker. But you can't burn him like endlessly because you're gonna overheat if you do. Just so you manage it when he tries to CS, and especially when it's this close to the tower. And then you gotta manage it, and the good rumbles from bad rumbles is how well you manage your heat. If you cast Q while in the yellow zone, then you're okay because it does the maximum amount of damage for the early game. And then when you're overheat though, don't do it. Like don't auto him or anything. Just be very careful with when you're overheated. Because if you're overheated and you're getting ganked, you have no way to cast spells. Like maybe your W is already on cooldown and you're overheated, you have no way to escape. It's a good thing also that you're putting into practice the warding thing too. Okay, ding, ding, get all these creeps. And then if you don't feel like you need to burn him, right, like right there, I don't think like he was gonna get punished for anything. Yeah, right here, yeah. And then you punish him for that CS. That was actually a good example of punishing his opponent. It's like look how low he is. Now he has no mana. So what you can like you're walking forward and he's not doing anything. He can't last hit that backline because he has no mana to throw saplings or Q or anything to safely CS. So he's gonna lose that CS if your minions or if his minions actually targeted it. For some reason his minions aren't. Since Rek'Sai's coming, it's fine. You're gonna get the kill anyway. But right here, I wouldn't have been afraid to just like keep going, and you probably would have solo killed him right here too, if anything. 1, 2, and again, you know he's gonna flash, pop, and you got him. Yeah, we already went over that. And it's okay to just like let it go like that, cause if you get the kill, good. If you don't get the kill, oh well. But paint wasn't even useful here. But yeah, so using your fire to harass is just very important. And also, if you were getting shoved down by an aggressive top laner, like let's say Irelia or something, you can also use your harpoons as a way of long range safe last hitting. So that's another tip. But yeah, and then the creep wave. Why is it so important that you backed after you got the kill? So let's see, was it here? I'm not sure if it was here or not. No, it was like way later, right? Let's see. Yeah, no, you backed right here. You got your items. You seem to be going for the haunting guys, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with going for the haunting guys. You just don't go for stuff like death cap. Leandry's is fine too. And cooldown boots, I don't recommend you get cooldown boots because it's not important to have the cooldowns up. Instead, just get the magic pen boots because he's kind of like that burn champion, kind of like Zyra. You don't get the cooldown boots because you can cast spells more because his spells are on already a fast enough cooldown. And while his ult is game changing, you don't want to keep you don't want to be solely dependent on your ult because like you're gonna sacrifice 20 magic pen because 20 magic pen is a lot, especially because he's burn damage kind of champion. Just to cast your spells quicker because it basically lowers your damage. Plus you might be you just generally don't need Ionian boots. I don't see it that often on the build, and with because like he can carry like with damage, but not as like his percent win rate is a little lower with the Ionian boots because I'll cast spells more, but because you're casting spells more, you're gonna be in the heat zone, the danger zone, faster. So that means you're gonna be casting spells less in the end. You get it? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because if you keep throwing fire, eventually your fire's gonna run out, and you have to like chill out until you restock on the fuel. You're gonna keep throwing harpoons. Eventually, you're gonna have to restock on the harpoons. Whereas if you have magic pen, eventually I'll run out of harpoons. Just I won't run out of harpoons as fast, and my harpoons are gonna hurt more too. So that's basically the logic behind it. If you can follow that.
I gotcha.
Let's see. All right, now I'm trying to remember exactly when you left the lane in the favorite. Oh yeah, remember to use your abilities to the last hit if necessary, because it's okay to use your abilities to the last hit. Again, you're a resourceless champion. Okay, so here's huge. Okay, so he's at full energy. I was wrong. Now he's gonna Q you, right? No, he kicks you. Now he kicks you. He's gonna Tempest the ground. Yeah. So there's a chance you would have died, and there's a chance you would have gotten a kill if you didn't miss. I think you messed up the equalizer, right? Because then you didn't get two of them. You only got like that one little choke area, but like they already walked past it, so nothing happens. Yeah.
Yeah, I was very intimidated by the fact that I missed my equalizer.
Hmm.
So, I wasn't confident that I could take on one or two of them.
Yeah.
So,
And that's understandable. This is the thing with Rumble, like you need to smart cast your ulti. Like I usually don't. Like I think I do, but like you can cancel it by right clicking the ground so that you don't accidentally throw it. But be very patient on your Rumble ults because Rumble ults are game changing, and especially if like let's say this was a 50-minute game, you miss one Rumble ulti, like they can win the game off of that because it's very 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 crucial that you land such a powerful spell. It's a team based spell that like devastates team comps. Okay, so you got the kill here. Now, here's what you're supposed to do. You shove the lane because the cannon minion's gone. Okay. Now, knowing that the cannon minion's here now means that it won't be here for the next two waves, which means you've got 1 full minute to basically push up and back and get back to lane. 1 minute is more than enough time. Go back. Yes. Turn on your fire. Good job. You kill all these minions. And that's fine. Now you auto attack the piss out of the tower. Now you think, I'm not sure whether or not you can kill it, but you might as well do it because the next wave is not going to be the wave that is not the cannon minion wave. So you keep going. Now it's past halfway. Maokai doesn't have teleport. You know he doesn't have teleport, and you also know he doesn't have flash. You keep going. You keep hitting the tower because it was pretty low. And by the time this wave gets there, you would have had the tower actually, because then the wave would have been able to tank it. And then the other thing is, you notice how your minions were dying faster, right? Because the tower wasn't hitting them; these minions were hitting them. So if you killed these minions, your that creep minion that died for no reason would have been alive. And so pushing it back here kind of like slows down your wave because this guy's weaker now, so it's gonna be impossible for you to get this turret. So yeah, I would have just gotten the turret and backed, and then I might have missed the cannon, but it's fine. But he's gonna get all the CS without getting punished for it, and that's okay. Like if you went back to base after you got the tower, and he would have just gotten the CS. Let's see. Yeah, you got the cannon minion. That's fine. No, actually no, you didn't get the cannon minions. Easy.
oh
That's too
shit.
tricky. Lol. That's funny. Yeah, but yeah. See, so now you actually you basically got the wave, but you missed the cannon minion. So that was also a lot of value lost. So even if you stayed, yeah. So you could have gotten a tower, you could have gotten a cannon minion if you went back at that one particular moment. And I think you had enough for hunting guys at this time. I mean, not hunting guys is enough, but not Leandry's is 14-15 if you get hunting guys. So I think you have enough. I'm not sure. But Oh no, getting the tower would have given you about 200 gold. So yeah, you definitely would have had enough gold, more than enough gold to get a Leandries, maybe a few wards, and get back to lane safely without losing
Yeah,
pressure.
I think it was like 1680
Yeah,
for Leandries in general at this point.
yeah. So then you would have been back with more firepower, literally more firepower with that burn going on, and you have your flash in like, oh well, 70 at this point, but you wouldn't have flash, but you have more firepower. You have pots, you have extra wards, etc., etc. So you have more sustain, you have safety in your lane. Right now you're at half health, so if Maokai called for a gank, and they dove you, they would have killed you. But luckily Rex Knight's here. But this is all hypothetical. Like all this could have happened. Only like this all could have may have happened if you backed once after you destroyed the tower. Okay, he's gonna go in. He commits. This is called committing. So basically, what you want to do is when your jungler ganks, there are two things you can do. You can have him initiate, and basically that would mean that you be patient and act as if he was never there, act as if you were retarded, and make him jump onto you, and which he did. And the other thing is you commit, like you fight him like, sup, I want to fight you right now, and then that means that he either the enemy either starts running away or he fights you back. And if he does the second option, aka fighting you back, then you pretty much win, because then the jungler will show up and then intervene and save your life, and or get a kill, basically saving your life. Yeah, you had enough for Leandro, saying damn, and you have extra 700. And then minus 300 because minus 300 because you got a kill just now. So you would have had 400 extra gold, theoretically. Maybe 2 or 3 creep waves. So you would have 100 or 50 extra gold, something like that, which is basically a potion. Or if you waited, a ward. So you would have had enough once if you backed after the, killing the tower. But since you didn't kill the tower and everything worked out like played out like this, it's okay. Still, I mean they're gonna tilt. It's blind pick. It's not ranked or anything, so it's okay. Because in ranked, it's a little different because, you know, people may smurf, etc., and they might, like, do weird shit. Like, they're going to be a little bit more cautious. Like, that guy Maokai didn't ward. And you want to make sure he didn't ward. If you actually invest your time in buying a pink, you place it at the edge or you place it in the deep in the try. And you can invest, like, hey, if you gank here, he has no vision of you, etc., etc. So that's just if you want to use your lead to its fullest, like completely maximizing. Other than building correctly and buying more wards, you can also make sure that you keep your lead by ensuring that they don't ward, so that if a gank comes off from your jungler, then you're okay. Now, to transition to mid game, you're gonna need to, you know, aim those ults, because that's pretty much how team fights work with Rumble. But that's not something I can, like, tell you to do. I mean, like, you just have to keep playing Rumble in order to get used to it. It's kind of like playing Zed. Or, I don't like Zed in low elo because you don't really learn much from Zed in low elo. You just learn how to, like, fucking lane and kill people. But do you really learn anything? Do you really learn how to manipulate minions perfectly? Do you know how to shadow correctly? Do you know how to mechanically aim for the targets, etc., etc.? You learn more in higher elo than you do in lower elo, especially on higher skill cap champions, such as Rumble. Because if he's shitting on you in lane, but you can stay stable in CS, you're doing something right. Now, if he's shitting on you and you're getting completely stomped in lane, then, well, he's doing something right. ZZZ. I wouldn't have burned him there, if actually, because I'm just thinking about things. Make sure you press tab to check on timers of the dragon, because sometimes you don't have to be down here, because, like, you're just walking back and forth here. And this could be an excellent time for you to drop your wards, actually. You have two unused wards, so it would be an excellent time to just, like, drop them in the deep zone, because there's a bush right here. You might as well drop it in there, because the only way they're gonna get to dragon is by going through there or by going through where Caitlyn is, and it's more likely that people just run their way through mid lane in every elo. So the best word is, like, in the middle right there, so that you can see if they're running through the jungle entrance. It's also important that people say ward to the jungle entrances, because, you know, most people like to go through that route. It's like very, very standard to go through that direction. All right. Team fight's really easy. Equalizer's fine. I don't have any complaints about that. Yeah, flash is fine too. Normally I wouldn't have flashed though, but, like, someone else could have gotten it. Okay, so see, Morgana came, but we didn't know Morgana came, and if she had flash and ult, well, if she were good and she had the proper damage tools for it, Lee Sin might have died. I don't know. I can't see Lee Sin's items right now. If he had, like, a Maw, he would live, but if Morgana has just enough damage to outscale his Maw, he's dead. Alright, let's see. Burn the wave. Here's another situation of recalling. So right after the dragon, right after this wave and top wave, back immediately. I would have done that. Because you can't afford, because like this CS is going to go to waste because nobody's there to get it in time. Maybe Rek'Sai, but she's really slow. Now you got to go top, bop, go to top right away. You see that giant creep wave. And this is where teleport comes in handy. You can be split pushing and gathering CS and making sure that your towers don't get rushed down randomly by the enemy. Because if they start rushing down your towers, that means that they're going to try to get back into the game. Because, you know, when you lose a tower, everybody gets gold. So it kind of helps the team in a whole. You get all this CS right here. It's pretty easy. Just like, you know, last hit, use your abilities. Yeah. You missed one. You missed a lot, actually. And then after this wave, because it's a cannon wave, which is fine, no problem, back. And then if you had teleport right here, you would normally just teleport right away back into action. Pop. Okay, now leave. And then right here at 18 minutes at 32 seconds, you would have landed at base. So what did you do in the 8 seconds instead? The next wave is getting pushed, which doesn't really do anything because this is what happens now. So mid lane, if you look at the map, right, 3 people just got an outer turret. So what is the next best thing? Can they shove? Can they out shove? No. Why can they not out shove? Because mid lane is under pressure. So they gotta leave. And they're going to do precisely that. They're gone now. You can't see them. Because there's no wards and stuff. Now that they've left, they have 2 options. Hey, mid lane is not under siege anymore. It's kind of under attack, but not exactly. Top lane seems to be in trouble. Let's go back to top. Maybe we can get this rumble because you're overextended right now. Because that's what they're probably thinking. And here comes Kalista. Because, you know, as we saw earlier. Now, there will be people defending mid because, you know, it's likely that since Maokai, the enemy Maokai just, like, nearly got himself killed and got himself murdered. Shit's gonna go down mid again. So somebody's gonna go down mid to help. Now, one person is top, and this is where it kind of gets a little out of hand. Because now, someone's gonna show up top, and then they're going to start pushing back. And there's Maokai. Now you have to run. Then you'll be shoved all the way back down to your tower, and then they're gonna try to like siege the tower. And now you still have an opportunity to buy your items, but you didn't buy your items, so you would be really strong. Even if you recalled right here, you would have just lost the tower, and that's okay, better than your life. But staying here, you're actually losing a lot of money too, just by doing absolutely nothing. You're also losing money because you're not warding either, and you have no wards because you didn't back. ZZZ. So there's nothing happening right here. You're actually losing money. If there was like a gold timing chart or whatever, like it would go down at this part and your stock market would like crash or something. But like you would be losing right here. It's like the Great Depression. Nothing's happening in our company, guys. What do we do? I don't know. So then yeah, you get all this CS and and it's just like a repeat of last time. Again, you could have backed after here too, and I think you do. Not sure. You take a really long time to back. I would have backed, yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, you would have backed a long time ago. But yeah, after this they surrender, so everything's fine. Maokai shits on him. Or Maokai does. Can't see anything. Once again, Caitlyn could have gotten caught right there. Fail ulti. Triple man ulti right there. He locks them all up. Be patient about it. Drop it down. Then they're all standing on it except for Kalista. Kalista just gets caught in your fire. Then you shield. You went back. You walk back in. Remember not to auto on Rumble. So then everybody dies, and then it's the end of the game. Bleh. So many things, but yeah, you don't have be patient on skilling things at level 1. Not always, like you don't always have to skill up the same skill. Sometimes people like to start E on Rumble too. Be patient on your skilling. Rumble usually wants to start Q simply because you can just push the wave and it'll be okay. Then let's see, back. You need to back. Gosh, that was like there were so many opportunities for you to buy items and like crush your opponents. You probably would have not died because you would have been because with more AP means your shields for more and your burns for more. So they would have like ran away instead of standing there and fighting. So you would have lived. Plus if you had Zhonya's, you know, you would have literally lived because you just stick there for 2.5 seconds and nothing happens. So buying items gives you AP and AP gives you damage and also gives you a bigger shield so you stay alive more because your shield was nothing there. You saw like it shielded like practically nothing. Like
Yeah, it
there
was
was
basically a runic blessing.
yeah, like yeah, it was, and it's yeah, basically runic blessing completely fucking useless, and nobody gets that mastery because they're stupid. I hate that mastery. I don't even know why it exists. It doesn't like scale with level or anything. They gotta fix that. But yeah, there's not much I can cover because like it's just like there's no heavy team fights, and it's mostly just mechanical skill with equalizers. That's just something you have to practice. Like I can't tell you to like, oh, you'll master it instantly after I tell you to do it. It just takes a little bit of timing. Like you just got like more. It's kind of like you learn as you go, as a thing, and then in higher elo it's easier because it's more detrimental if you don't land it. So you got to play better. But in low elo
Right.
it's okay. I mean like people miss shit all the time. I miss hooks and shit too. And then minion manipulation, trading. I mean Maokai's not gonna do anything to you. That's just the matchup. Mostly Maokai's are afraid of Rumble specifically because think about it. If you play Pokemon, fire beats grass. Like yeah,
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
that makes sense. And if you don't count them as grass, it's kind of like wood. I mean, fire kills trees in the forest. I mean, shit, it's the same logic, right? So you're naturally you're a threat. And I can't really see Maokai's winning the matchup. I can see them not losing, but I cannot see them winning. There is a thing, you know, you can't. There's always that situation of you cannot win the lane, but you won't lose it. That can happen. It's called going even.
Right.
Yeah. Like I can get 150 CS and not die, and they can get 150 CS and not die, and no towers are taken. I didn't win the lane, but I didn't lose it. And then that's how it works. So with Maokai's, it's usually that scenario. They usually don't win the lane, but they won't lose it. And if you're very aggressive enough, then they'll usually lose the lane, but they'll go even on CS. So in theory, they didn't lose it, and it's okay. But yeah, there's not much I can cover off of this video simply because it's just all mechanical and skilling. In terms of game knowledge, it's just knowing when to back because you based on how fast you were killing the tower and the rate at which Maokai was not getting there. Because until Maokai appears on the screen, just hit the tower, dude. Like it's okay. Like it's no big deal. Like I thought you were backing because your minions were like wrecking your like getting wrecked and stuff like that. But you can just easily burn through the wave, so it's okay.
Right. Right.
Yeah. But that's pretty much all I can cover for this specific part. So
Right.
you have a second one, right?
I okay. So what happened with that is I have to edit it today because I have to put the parts together,
Uh-huh.
and my Premiere is not working right, so I have to fix that. And my
Oh.
friend's coming over in a few to fix that for me. So
Okay. So then it's gonna be another time then, right?
yeah.
Alright.
I'm going to have a lot of Rumble videos.
Okay. So then you like pretty much this is one of those as you go kind of things. So like you'll see your experience grow or grow, like your knowledge on Rumble grow as you play Rumble more. And there's nothing wrong with maxing Rumble. If you want to watch a streamer play Rumble aside from like the top laner players, check out Rumble. There's a player named Rumble Mid GG, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah, he is
Yeah.
he is universally the greatest Rumble you'll ever see, and he carries like really fucking hard, and he knows how to manage his fucking his aggression on Rumble. So if you're gonna learn from a Rumble master, learn from him because he's really good. Like
Yeah.
just in general, I thought he was really strange at first, but after watching how he controls Rumble, he basically like is like there is a reason why he hit Challenger on Rumble. He's really good.
With it's because in the guide that he put out,
Hmm.
uh, it says usually max W. So
Yeah, in higher elos that would make sense because people will beat the shit out of you on Rumble.
yeah. As well as you know, his his Rumble jungle GG
Yeah,
stuff.
he plays Rumble everywhere. Like he like it makes sense why he said he plays Rumble everywhere. Like look at it. Yeah. So I found out how to make a Rumble. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Let's see. Try not to use Mobifier guides because Mobifier. Oh god damn it. Let's see.
Yeah, he made one.
ZZZ. This thing won't load. But it's all loads. Yeah. definitely look up to him because and definitely like scout him on Reddit because like he'll comment on stuff. So just like look around for things. Just don't do Rumble jungle. I mean, he's experienced enough on Rumble so that he knows how to Rumble jungle. He's probably not experienced as a jungler, but he's experienced as Rumble as a champion. So that would make sense. It would make sense for him to play a champion like that.
Right.
Yeah. Dude, these Mobile this is why I hate Mobile It won't load as a website. So whenever they load, they'll load. But I still recommend maxing Q. It's not always the case that you max Q, of course. Everything is like generally situational. Sometimes you even max E first. See what impact does. Yeah, he maxes Q, then he maxes E, then he maxes W. Makes sense. Yeah, you go 21-9 too. It makes sense.
Yeah. Again, wrong masteries.
Yeah. It's no big deal. I mean, the biscuit just gives you more sustain, but like you need the defensive masteries themselves give you just the sustain that you need in the laning phase. It's just fine. And then
Right.
you can check out like Zion Spartan and yeah, Q E. Yeah, it's very typical to get Q then E or Q then W then E, but it won't matter in the end.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think that's all I can cover for this one.
All right. That's great. Yeah, I'll have more videos out in like the next day.
Okay.
I should have like 1 or 2 videos out by tomorrow.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be all good. All right.
All right. This will be probably uploaded like sometime next week because it takes a while for this shit to render, and like my hard drive doesn't always have enough space to hang on to 1 GB or 1 hour long videos. So it'll be up when it'll be up when I can get it up, but it'll likely be up on a weekday next week.
All right. What? Out of curiosity, what recording software do you use?
Huh? Oh, I use Open Broadcaster software, OBS. Your computer has to be able to handle it, but like since I got a new computer, mine can handle it, and that's why I upload more videos on YouTube because my computer can finally handle using it.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use Bandicam myself.
Yeah, Bandicam is fine. Bandicam is actually pretty good for like as a free software. OBS is like the number one, only because it's very simple to use. So that's why I use it. Yeah. But if your computer can't handle it, don't worry about it. Just use what you're comfortable with, because if your computer can't handle it, then like it would screw your gameplay over. Because if it starts lagging and shit, and normally it wouldn't lag, it's a problem.
1 sec. I think my friend is throwing rocks at my window.
Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna just turn off the recording, and then contact you, or you contact me after the next one, right?
All right.
All right. Take care.
You too. Goodbye.